scholars?
You mean the village? When I was eating... anything...
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them, but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
Do you also?
Grandpa? It still feels... Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha.
Time to go.
Sir...
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? The last time I saw him, he was pacing out by...
Oh. Yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow. Okay.
Huh? Don't say any... Let's head over there. Listen.
Have you heard? Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true still. Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people... Isn't it a sign? Huh. Exactly.
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah! Bro, this guy's something... Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match. Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about...
Well, I only know... Hey, go on. Keep talking. It's true. Would you want to live like Delavar also...
Is that...
See? Got it. At first, please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty.
The people here really like King...
Where is...
I haven't run in... No,
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many... So you'd best just stay home. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is... He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a... The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's?
Well, I can take... Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And...
So.
Huh?
Yes.
Wait.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent? In the forest. From a scholar.
Follow the wind.
What are you looking...
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trace from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint, but still extant.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure some... Hey!
Exactly. Even deep within the...
No.
So, someone's taking advantage... Are the rumors really true? Could the
It's highly...
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better...
Let's head to our...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Welcome back. Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh,
You bet.
Reasonably.
I'll hate them.
we haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he might.
Did you find out any... I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would, not to mention making it seems so...
Makes sense.
If it was any other day, didn't you say that the
If Paimon remembered...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger, the wide... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to...
Tia! You're amazing!
No...
Let's head out.
Now hold on. Aru Village is not a big place. Outside, the desert is... Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no... I need to go around and... Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Re...
All right, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of...
I know what you mean. I had the same... Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall... It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. Sumeru is... We're cheap labor, like livestock. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like... I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Tia.
No. Besides, we're here to...
Yep.
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our...
You mean, you don't...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello!
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen...
Of course I have.
I've got a...
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep...
Yes. How can...
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on, a wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are?
So you and
But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you, if it weren't for what you said in—
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time.
Dia.
Yeah.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Let's shred, Sharky! Amazing! Woohoo!
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is... And of course, even though that so-called flame main is just a fraud, that's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so... Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple.
Oh, you mean the funny name she meant?
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Enger, the wide alcohol.
What about
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted?
Wait!
No.
Wow! What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya!
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before...
Hmm?
About how
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery.
But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, look. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace,
Candace will be okay on. She's been guarding Aru village for quite.
While I'm
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these.
You heard the.
Right on time.
Paimon's been...
We've known each other.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great, too.
Really? Thanks.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early, too.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present...
Yes! Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino...
You fear death. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here...
You've made your...
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but It wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading
They're called village keepers. Slip up again and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. He got us to lure them out of their houses. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe
I believe I may know what's going.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the academia. Sometime it strikes me.
Which means it's highly likely.
Not the academia again.
Just as I. But what could they want?
People are nothing. Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some. Where did you?
Well, as you can see, I am.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing. Hey, what's with?
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad. Paimon's gonna give you an. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village. Anyway, you plan to...
Yep. Enough with this...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided...
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to...
Yeah,
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do.
Really?
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find...
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But,
What does that mean?
how do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because, by contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, the reason being, to someone who only wants to...
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was...
Then what?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing...
I'll pass on this. You said that
We're on it! Let's ride!
Miss Shawnee, as we...
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where...
Huh? What do you mean?
Go ahead and talk to her. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like, Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! But even so, we've met lots of people from different places. We have friends.
I want to try. My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret.
Speaking of which...
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking, and then it happened.
You can tell them.
Alright. I actually... Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't...
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, but because we're in the middle of a desert...
There's really nothing around these parts.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah! Carving waves! Faster! Need a surfboard? Sand surfing sounds like a blast. You know I'm up for the challenge.
Sounds good to me.
Carving waves! Surf's up! Amazing! Wah! Go! The best stuff's always at the bottom. Booba, get them!
The wind knows me.
Faster! Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere. Ah, monsters, watch out!
Into the wind.
Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me. Never again.
Off we go. Faster. Carving waves. Yeah!
Get out of here!
I'm going in.
The wind knows me.
Eat this! Let's shred, Sharky! Let's ride! Surf's up! Oh, watch the surfboard! Catch! Why do they never miss? Booba, get them!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strider!
Benny's adventure team! I have failed you.
Nice and spicy!
One with nature!
Check this out! That's the water! Let's ride! Surf's up! Booba, get them!
Into the wind!
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look. Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to until then. I'm taking a break.
And just like that, what are you reading?
Okay, sure.
Huh?
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book dark in a creepy place like... Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide! Paimon... And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the... Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below. Something is off about the interior here. As I thought.
Wow. It's like they... Oh, it looks like there are... Nice and spiky!
It's fine.
Adventure time!
I'll lead the way. And shroud! Can't see?
Everybody stand back!
The wind knows me.
Carbon wave! Amazing! Woohoo! Oh, chill out!
Into the wind.
Get out of here!
One with nature.
Catch an epic wave! Let's ride! Surf's up! Go!
The wind knows me.
Out of the way!
Keep up.
Wait. You're...
He can't... Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holds up in a
No. Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forceful.
Loaded?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were The symptoms are identical.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The Academia... It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that, as well as being able to... Life for the desert, many would give... Even if complications are... The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross...
Oh, that makes a... But there's still one very...
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, an exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes... If you can't find someone...
Resource?
One possibility...
Extract?
With the technology, perhaps the
So, the human brain... Nope, nuh-uh.
I'm the Academia's... Anyway, judging by Razak's... Or perhaps, his curiosity...
Hyman's a little confused.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek? The Academia is going out of their way to look for... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the Divine Knowledge Capsule, but to know...
You mean, you're not even
All scholars seek extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects?
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rule. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs...
Wait!
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering and...
Probably not.
You can say that. The Divine Knowledge Capsule...
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an...
Wow, that's a...
I'm just a more like... He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Carving waves! Off we go. Need a surfboard? We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he...
So, at one point in time...
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village, since divine cant and knowledge has been in circulation for a while yet.
Yeah.
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts.
Huh? Are our...
Looks like none of you have realized. Where in Sino, you're the...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next word.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is... Interesting. And here I thought you were the most...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't...
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure...
The academia...
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes on I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were...
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of... The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements...
Whoa, you bet.
There is always an
Oh, so that... If the academia... Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too?
I want to find Grandpa. I promise.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Paimon feels...
Off we go. Need a surfboard?
Into the wind!
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out?
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a head. Looks like they were less split up and...
Is this what we're searching for?
This is definitely a...
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be...
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring!
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is! Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
Voices, over there. Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need...
Tia? Why would she... Tia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
So, this is the great dear you'd be...
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you—
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live—
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargain. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said? You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their... Come on, Raman.
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia.
You're not wrong, but...
Let's do it right here, then! Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to
do it!
Dia! Run!
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now.
Phew. I was really counting.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta—
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got—
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once—
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's—
Woo! Ah!